Good afternoon, I'm Ben Claridge with your headlines at 3:30. Two people have been questioned on suspicion of the attempted murder of a 1-month-old baby near Southampton. The air ambulance was called to the home on Knightwood Road in Hythe at the weekend. He was taken to Southampton General Hospital but died yesterday. A 41-year-old man and a 25-year-old woman were arrested by police but have now been released and remain under investigation. Homes in Southampton and Winchester are among the top 10 least affordable in the country. The average house costs almost 10 times a homeowner's annual income. Thomas Lewis has more.
I'm here on a street in Southampton, which according to latest figures from Lloyds Bank is the 8th most expensive city in the country to buy a house in, with nearby Winchester making 3rd on that list. 5 cities from the north of England make up the most affordable places to buy a house. However, Londonderry in Northern Ireland tops the list, with houses costing just over 4 times the average salary per year. I went into the streets of Southampton to see what you have to say about living in one of the most expensive cities in the country.
I'm very surprised because I'm in my 3rd year of university, and over the last 2 years when I've been living in private accommodation, it's been a lot cheaper than like friends and family go to different universities. Out of friends that I know from Exeter, Bristol, Reading, Plymouth, I have the cheapest.
So, as a person that's trying to buy at the moment, I'm having to look at the outskirts of Southampton where it's a bit more reasonable and you're getting more value for money.
Councils in densely populated student cities such as Brighton, Manchester, Southampton and Portsmouth have already imposed restrictions to stop homeowners from turning their properties into shared houses without planning permission, in order to create more room for residential housing. But it is yet to be seen if these plans will solve the problem. Thomas Lewis, Solent Journalism.
A new scheme has stopped fraudsters stealing £1.4 million from vulnerable people in our region. Hampshire Police has been working with banks and building societies to help spot scammers trying to take advantage of their victims. Abby Gilboy is here now. So Abby, how often does this happen?
Well, Ben, since the scheme began in 2017, the police have received 247 emergency calls trying to stop people being scammed, and 7 arrests have been made. As you said, £1.4 million has been saved in Hampshire, but nationwide the initiative has prevented £38 million from being taken from vulnerable people.
That's a lot of money. How are they stopping this from happening?
Hampshire Police have trained bank staff in the steps that need to be taken if a customer is in danger of falling victim to fraud. 52 service providers have signed up to the scheme, which is great because it means bank branch staff are on the front line in the fight against fraud.
Who are the people most at risk?
The average age of a customer helped by this scheme last year was 71, so it seems the fraudsters are targeting the elderly more so than any other age group. But thankfully, with the success that's been achieved, they can carry on helping those who are vulnerable.
Thanks, Abby. A celebrity chef has been encouraging people to talk about their mental health at Southampton's West Quay shopping centre. MasterChef winner Shalina Permalu has been part of the Time to Talk event, as Victoria Franskowiak reports.
Shalina Permalu finds that cooking helps to relieve stress. She's become so good at it, she was crowned the winner of BBC's MasterChef in 2012. Today, she's been encouraging people to talk about ways of coping with their own stress, anxiety and depression at Southampton's West Quay shopping centre.
Mental health is seen as a stigma. It's not really spoken about. It's sort of brushed under the carpet. But a day like this is all about being able to talk about it openly, and using cake like today allows us to be able to have that conversation.
Mental health support organisations such as Solent Mind, No Limits, Samaritans and Southampton Voluntary Services were also part of today's initiative to encourage people to talk about mental health issues. 1 in 4 people might experience depression and stress-related illnesses, and they want to take away stigma out of something that affects us all. Councillor Dave Shields explains how important today is.
Sometimes it's quite difficult to be able to share that problem because of the stigma and discrimination that perhaps exists. So what we're trying to do here today is part of a campaign to say it's okay to talk, but it doesn't have to be talking about health. It could be talking about everyday things, just to make sure that people are looking after each other, and little acts of kindness, have a cup of tea, just have a little chat. So we're trying to sort of like do that and start breaking down some of those barriers.
As well as events like this, the council has set up the community cafes where people can drop in and keep on top of their mental well-being. They want to reiterate how important it is to find time to talk. Victoria Franskowiak for Solent Journalism.
Sport now, and Saints manager Ralph Hasenhüttl says his team is completely different to the one Cardiff City faced in his first game in charge. Southampton are at home to the Bluebirds on Saturday. Only 2 points separate the two sides. That's all from us for now. You can find all our stories and more at solentjournalism.co.uk. Have a great afternoon.